on this week's edition of Jaguar TV.
Physics students are at it again. They build mousetrap, race cars, and today is race day.
No, I don't wait for tomorrow. No, I won't give it a break. Don't need to beg, steal, or borrow. Watch me as I walk this way. I'm busy building an empire. Don't really care what they say. I'm only here for a good time. Drown them out like
Some needed a pit stop.
Mind over matter, take control. All my visions are
Time
set
to
in
race each
stone.
other.
Don't kill my fire.
Ready,
I'm
set,
flawless by design. Can't change my mind. Got too much on the line. Won't waste my time. You better recognize. Don't kill my vibe. I'm feeling so alive. I was born for this. Born for this. I was born for this.
Stay tuned for more.
DECA and Skills USA took a trip to Fall Leadership Conference in Vicksburg, Mississippi last week. There, students learned about communication skills, professionalism, and good work ethic. Sanaya Dawson represented North Pike on the state DECA team as the Vice President of Communications for Mississippi. All had a great time with some great fellowship and great snacks.
Now you're just showing off.
I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my eyes.
Now you're just showing off.
I can't believe my eyes.
Don't stop. Now you're just showing off.
I see you. I see you. I see you. I see ya. I see ya. I see ya.
Each semester, Ms. Nichols' art students study the work of American filmmaker and animator Tim Burton. Students then create their very own self-portraits inspired by his work. Check out what the students have created this semester.
What's going on at the flagpole?
This is how we do it.
Those hashtag legends are at work again.
This is how we do it.
Looks like physics students are measuring the base of a triangle.
This is how we do it.
Looks like they are measuring an angle, too.
This is how we do it. It's Friday
Calculating the
night.
height of flagpole using trigonometry.
The party's here on the west side. So I
That's
reach
a
for
tall
my phone
flagpole.
and I turn it up. Designated driver, take the keys to my
So
truck.
much fun.
Hit the shop,
Let's
'cause I'm
find
faded.
another pole to measure.
Money's in the streets, say money, yo, we made it. It feels so good in my hood tonight.
Stay tuned for more hashtag legends this semester.
MPHS Beta took 8 leaders to the Mississippi Fall Leadership Conference held at USM. Students competed in 2 categories. North Pike High School Beta earned a bid to National Beta Convention for both competitions. Colin Richardson was also recognized for serving as a state leadership representative.
Students in Miss Burkett's Nutrition and Wellness class not only learn about the nutritional value of food, but also they have the opportunity to learn to prepare a variety of dishes. Last week, students learned to prepare food using a new air fryer. North Pike FFA volunteered at First Fruit Farms as a community service opportunity. Students were able to work with kids as they played various games and reset the games when kids were finished. They also oversaw the hay pile where kids were able to climb and play.
The boys and girls cross-country teams both finished as the 2023 Super Regionals runner-up. Congratulations to both teams on qualifying for the state meet this weekend, and congrats to Hayes Gabler, who finished 7th overall, and Jenna Stone, who finished 9th overall. Way to go, Jags.
Hello, Jags. Welcome to Jag Talk. I'm your host, Ty Golan. I'm here with your head football coach, Coach Matthew Mott. Coach, how's your day?
It's good, Ty. A little chilly out, but I like this weather. It's football weather, and it's also just, hey, it's a change of pace. So happy Halloween, right?
Yes, sir. All right. So we'll get into our interview. First, we'll start with the offensive performance last week. And it just, we couldn't really get in a rhythm last week. That's what it kind of felt like. Now, we had that one scoring drive after the interception where Xavion was able to run one in. But other than that, we just kind of felt out of sync a little bit. What issues did you see on the offensive side of the ball that need to be addressed before we go and play South Jones this week?
Sure, I mean, it's right on the money. We find a way to do some really good things, but then we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot is a good analogy. I thought, credit to Brookhaven, they had some D linemen that were really doggone good, and they're going to be good next year as well because they're all underclassmen for the most part. I thought that we just struggled at times to block those athletic guys. They had a lot of speed, and we really, when you go back and look, offensively and defensively, we shot ourselves in the foot because we had 15 penalties. Mm-hmm. Of the 15 penalties, 11 of them were false starts or they were offside, so we immediately found ourselves in 2nd and 15 or 1st and 15, and there's not a whole lot of play calls for 2nd or 3rd and 15. So we've got to do a better job of being more mentally focused and not putting ourselves in a hole to start with. So that would be what I would say is that it's hard to dig yourself out of a hole that you begin in.
Yes, sir. So on the flip side of that now, defensively, I thought we played pretty well, holding the 13 points there. And in the first half, I thought we stuffed them. We really stuffed them, forced a lot of turnovers. And then, we forced a safety even. And I think that kind of carried out through the rest of the game. How much have they been able to improve under Coach McCullough, our defensive coordinator?
And Coach McCullough, Coach Freeman, Coach Ball do a great job of preparing them each week. I think that it's the proof's in the pudding as far as each week they've gotten better and better with the experience and understanding what we're asking them to. We held a D1 running back to a 13-point game, and one of them was a pass play that he was not necessarily involved in. So that's credit to our guys for performing well. I think that, I'm very proud of them. The thing that really got us was the pass play right before halftime. That if we could just go back and stop that from happening, it's 9-0 instead of 9-7. And then, we went in and we struggled in the second half with field position. And that was a little bit offense, a little bit defense, a little bit special teams. We had a team effort there that kind of hurt us on that drive.
Yes, sir. I talked about the safety there. And that wouldn't have been possible without Ty Jones's punt. Really, really good punt there. Checked up at the goal line, I believe, and then we downed it inside the 5, and that caused some trouble for Brookhaven. Obviously, they had the safety. He had the injury early in the year. How has he been able to push through that, and how has he been able to perform for our special teams?
I think Todd, he had a good night. He had a rough punt there at the end, but, that's what kind of I saw. The first punt was great, put it right down there on the 2-yard line, and we were able to stop him. It's really hard to drive 98, 95 yards, so that was huge for us. I got a little frustrated because I thought we had another chance to do it, and we had a bad snap and weren't able to get the ball off, and so that kind of put them on the 50, and we're able to drive, a little bit on their side of the field. So, I thought he's come around a lot. I think he's still, and if you ask him this, he'll tell you he's still got to kind of get a little bit more comfortable back there with a little bit of a little pressure here and there. But, he had a good night. We just got to, and that's like I told him, we need you more and more throughout the rest of this season because for us to make a run in this playoffs, we need a kicker. And so we're going to depend on him a lot.
Yes, sir. So this Thursday we get South Jones. What is kind of the mentality of your team as we go in? Up to now, this is probably the most important week as we try and push ourselves into the playoffs. What is the mentality of your team this week?
You know, it's easy for your high school student, and there's a lot of high school students around this country. It's easy for me as an adult to carry the weight of a loss, or as in sports, I'll think about it a lot more than sometimes high school kids do. They kind of go into the next thought, then what's the girlfriend doing tonight? What's the next movie that's coming out? So I think the good part is our guys have had the mindset of a goldfish, a short memory, forget what happened Friday, try to learn from your mistakes, but this week is just as important, if not more important. So, I mean, we're probably the best 3-6 football team in Mississippi, you know, and I know that's not saying something, but we're in every game. We've got the lead here, we got the lead there, and so I think it's frustrating, but the morale is still good. We're still excited to have an opportunity at the playoffs. We still control our own destiny. So yesterday's practice was good. The weather change kind of helped boost a little excitement, but we've got to have a big week this week or we're done. So
Yes,
let's get going.
Yes, sir. I agree. 3-6, but you're right. I mean, we've been in a lot of games and we've been right there, and just come up short. But I think this week that'll change. And as we talking about this week, South Jones, they're struggling pretty bad this year. They're 2-8, and then they're 0-4 in district. And in those district games, they've been outscored 129-21. So it's been a struggle for them. With that being said, how can we beat a struggling and kind of vulnerable district opponent?
Well, South Jones, I think their future is bright. They got a lot of young guys playing, a lot of ninth graders, and so they're kind of hitting their lessons right now that are hurting them. And I think that they'll tell you that they will improve each time they step on the field. So what we've got to do is go out there and just eliminate the 15 penalties that we had this past week. We had 2 turnovers that hurt us that, you know, we got to get back. We did a great job of changing the turnover battle on defense. We got to do that again. We had a field position battle that we got to improve on. I think if we just go out there and play mistake-free, which is easy to say, but if we focus on those little things, pre-snap adjustments, understanding my role, we can come out of this with a win. But if we go over there and we come out flat, if we go out there with very little energy, we're going to struggle, and they're going to play well, and it's going to be a game. And you know, everybody likes a dog fight as far as a good football team game, but honestly, I kind of like games that you take the lead, hold the lead, and come out of there with an easy win. So that's what we're hoping for.
Yes, sir. Well, good luck Thursday. Jaguars, your Jaguars play Thursday at South Jones. I'm now here with senior soccer player Hayden Lewis. Hayden, how's your day going?
Good.
Good, man. So, soccer season's starting soon, right? What's your outlook on the team this year?
Well, we're young. I still think we're going to be successful if we just compete with the rest of these 5A schools and try harder.
That's right, man. So, this is your senior year, and you mentioned that we have a young team. So, as a senior, how can you kind of step into a leadership role to where we can, for those younger guys, to where we can win some games and have a successful season?
Well, with me being a senior, I've learned a lot over the past years, and the lessons that they taught me, I think I'm going to contribute them to this year.
Hayden, good luck on the year, and thank you for the interview. I'm now here with senior soccer player Emily Williams. Emily, how's your day going?
Pretty good.
Good. So, soccer season, like I said this with Hayden, and I'll say this with you, it's starting soon. How have you been able to improve your game throughout the off season?
I worked on speed and agility activities to get faster, and we've been lifting weights to get stronger.
Gotcha. So, we lost 4 seniors from last year, and those seniors, I think, contributed heavily to the success of our team. How can we move on from those seniors, and how can we have success without them?
The seniors this year, we gained a new one from a new school, so we're going to have to step up and learn how to lead the team, and the underclassmen are going to have to work on their game, and overall I think it'll be collectively a team effort.
Gotcha. Emily, I appreciate the interview, and
Thank
good luck
you.
on the season. Jags, thank you for watching Jag Talk.